Welcome back to the channel, and today is a little bit of a different way of going about things. I have a couple of watches that were sent in to me from a subscriber, so that's awesome. So thank you very much to him. And before that, wrist check, I am wearing my Omega Seamaster, my vintage Seamaster. But anyways, these watches are HMT watches, and before I really get into that, I kind of want to do a little bit of a history on the brand. So, this one is obviously quite nice. It has kind of almost a rhodium finish, but HMT watches have been around for quite a while. They've been around since 1961, and so they're known as the Hindustan Machine Tools company, which is, interestingly enough, they're a government-run company based out of India, and they worked really, really closely with Citizen Watches, so the Citizen Corp out of Japan, and they basically board a lot of like the movements, and then they've kind of created their own in-house movements afterwards. So yeah, but they've been making watches since the 1960s, and they eventually closed their doors in 2016. Obviously here we have a really, really cool sunburst orange dial, but they closed their doors in 2016, mostly due to inept management of the company. I think that most government-run institutions are a little bit poorly run. But yeah, these are actually pretty cool pieces. And yeah, so right now you can, so there is the online web store that you can look at, and you can go pick these guys up from. But your most reliable source right now would be eBay, because technically they were discontinued, and they were shut down in 2016, and they've actually come back due to the demand for wristwatches as an increased demand. So they are back with mostly new old stock, so kind of stuff that's been, off the shelf for a little while. And then they do also have a couple of new offerings. Some of them do look a little bit suspicious of like a Rado Diastar homage and stuff like that, but I'm not really going to be reviewing them as a company. I'm just reviewing these watches, which are the Kohinoor. I think I said that right. If I said it wrong, I do apologize. But anyways, so let's just pick up this guy, and we'll talk a bit about it. So you have a 35.5 millimeter case, and that's I guess a tonneau style case, and you have a 41.6 millimeter lug to lug. So it's actually a very, very compact size. Now, it is an 18 millimeter lug width, which is, a pretty standard size. So finding any sort of strap or replacement is going to be pretty easy for you guys. So the case thickness is 10.2 millimeters, mostly due to this protruding. It's basically a box acrylic crystal. It's not necessarily, you could say it's domed, but I don't know. When comparing it to my Omega, right, you can see that there's that slight distortion you get on having a domed acrylic crystal. This one, you don't get that distortion, obviously, because it's more of a box shape. So there's no distortion on it. But yeah, obviously there's no anti-reflective put in there. But yeah, really, really cool watches. Now, they're powered by a 0231 manual wind movement, so basically an in-house movement that was derived from Citizen. I believe it's a 201 caliber, so it's a 17 jewel manual wind movement. So obviously you'd have to wind it up. So there is obviously no hacking on the movement, and these ones do have a 40-hour power reserve, or that's basically what the stated thing is. And these guys are 30 meters water resistant. Obviously, I wouldn't take these guys in the pool with you. They're kind of splash proof at that point. Another thing that I was told, so this is what my subscriber is. He's been claiming that they have about an accuracy of plus 6 to minus 4 seconds. And I think that's pretty fantastic. Honestly, at any rate, I would give these guys a pass if they were probably plus or minus 30 seconds. That's where I would go with that. Now, the one thing that you can buy these sort of online if you kind of so choose and really kind of look for them. As of today, you can't get this exact, these exact dial combinations, but they do have them available, and they on HMT's website, which I can drop a link down for you guys in the description below, but they are running around the $49 to $63 dollar mark, and that's Canadian. Obviously, I did a currency exchange. One other thing I would really like to mention is just the lume on this. Yes, these guys are lumed, but it isn't winning any awards. I would just say the quality control is somewhat hit and miss. I mean, I don't know if I could really focus. Let's see if I can. It looks like there's hairs trapped in the actual crystal itself, but man, that sunburst effect is really, really nice. Another thing, on this one, you can see that I mean, obviously the indices are applied, but the actual logo itself, the applied logo, is crooked. So this is what this guy looks like on wrist. It's pretty simple, fold over, and then you have a locking for the clasp. The bracelet goes, the links go underneath it, so you size it by moving it like that way. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but these rolled links do and will pull some hair. So if you have hairy arms like me, thanks to my French genes, you are going to get some hairs pulled. Now, obviously the proportions on this are really nice. I actually really, really like the proportions. I wish they did have fitted end links that actually fit the case instead of just putting it on the spring bar like this. At the same time, I'm going to be real though. You get what you pay for. And that is the biggest takeaway with these watches. You get what you pay for. Final verdict, these watches are good watches. Do they have a little bit of flaws? Yes. Is the quality control maybe not the best? Yeah, but I think they make good watches. I think for basically an in-house manual wind watch for sub $100 Canadian, you can't go wrong with this. These are bargains. People are really sleeping on these things. I would personally go buy one. That's my verdict. I mean, would it really make its rounds in the collection when I have other things? I don't know, but I think these are a good buy. I think if you want, go buy one on eBay. Go and find one from HMT's website. Do it. You're not really going to be disappointed. I think they make good watches. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. So obviously, if you did like the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Subscribe to see more awesome stuff in the future. And with that, I'm going to leave it off there. So take care and have a fantastic day. See ya.